In this video, you're going to learn how to tell time and count in Spanish.
First, let's practice counting to 30. Uno,
Dos,
tres,
cuatro,
cinco,
seis,
siete,
ocho,
nueve,
diez,
once,
doce,
trece,
catorce,
quince,
dieciséis,
diecisiete,
dieciocho,
diecinueve,
veinte,
veintiuno,
veintidós,
veintitrés,
veinticuatro,
veinticinco,
veintiséis,
veintisiete,
veintiocho,
veintinueve,
treinta.
31.
Wow, counting is easy.
If you need to review or want to memorize them, rewind the video and go over the numbers again.
Okay, now let's practice telling time.
Let's say you want to ask what time it is. All you ask is K or S, which means, what time is it?
Alright. I got you. K or S. What time is it? Seems simple.
Okay, now let's practice how to tell someone what time it is. To be able to do this, you must know how to count to at least 30.
Yes, that is very crucial.
Telling time is a pretty simple once you know the numbers. Say it's 2 o'clock, you would say son las dos. If it's 3, you would say son las tres. If it was 4, you would say son las cuatro. And it's like that for all of them, except for when it's 1 o'clock.
When it's 1 o'clock, you must say es la una.
Now let's practice.
I better go practice.
Okay, let's practice with cards.
Wait, I know this one. Son las dos.
This one is son las dos, 2 o'clock.
This is son las siete, which is 7 o'clock.
This is son las ocho, 8 o'clock.
This is son las diez, which is 10 o'clock.
This is son las seis, 6 o'clock.
This is es la una, 1 o'clock, and remember, the es la is only used during 1.
This is son las nueve, 9 o'clock.
And this is son las cinco, which is 5 o'clock.
Okay, now if you really want to get sophisticated, you could say son las cinco en punto, which means 5 o'clock on the dot. And you can add en punto after any time, as long as it's on the dot.
Okay, now let's say it's not exactly 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. What do you do when it's 2:10?
It's basically the same thing with a few more words added. If it were 2:10, you would say son las dos y diez. Simple, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So let's practice saying time again. We will practice with cards again. So for this one, it's son las siete y quince. Or you could say son las siete y cuarto.
With this one, it's son las cinco y treinta or son las cinco y media. Media meaning middle or median.
This one means es la una y cuatro, which is 1:04.
This one is son las cinco y tres, meaning 3 after 5.
This one is es la una y 25, which is 25 after 1.
This one is son la once y diez, meaning 10 after 1.
This one is son las ocho y dieciséis, which is 16 after 8.
Makes sense? If not, go back and review again.
Okay, now how many of you are wondering what you say if it's further into the hour than just 30 minutes?
This can be a pretty tricky concept to grasp, so pay attention and let's get going.
Let's say it's 2:55. You could say son las tres menos cinco. This basically means 9 minus 5.
So if it's after 30 minutes in the hour, you start subtracting time.
Let's practice some more.
Oh my gosh.
This is son las ocho menos 23, which means it's 7:30. No, 7:32.
This is son las diez menos cinco, which means it's 5 before 10.
This is son las 11 menos cuarto, which means it's 15 before 11. It can also be said as son las 11 menos 15.
This is son las 12 menos 25, which means it's 25 before 12.
This is son las 9 menos cuarto, meaning it's 4 before 9.
This is es la uno menos 10, which means it's 10 before 1. Alright, how about we practice telling what date it is and asking someone what day it is?
It's pretty simple. When telling someone the date in Spanish, you have to say the number, then the month, which is opposite of how we say it in English.
So let's go over the names of the month in Spanish.
There's enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, and diciembre.
Okay, now let's say that it's August 1st. In Spanish, you would say uno de agosto. So remember, number then month. Also in Spanish, they don't capitalize the months of the year.
Now, if you want to ask what the date is, you would say ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy?, which means what is the date?
So let's practice. Mario, how would you say December 1st in Spanish?
Uno de diciembre.
How would you say July 31st?
How about April 5th?
31 de julio.
Good. That's how you would say all the dates of the year, except for when it's January. When it's January, you must start with SL, then the date, then the month. So if it were January 4th, you would say SL Cuarto de Enero.
Also, if it's the 1st of January, you must say es el primero de enero instead of es la uno de enero.
Alright, Mario, let's practice some more. How would you say January 27th?
Es el 27 de enero.
How about January 14th?
Es el 14 de enero.
Very good.
Alright, that concludes this video, so if you need to go back to go over everything, that might be a wise choice.
Adios.